The Austin police chief is taking on the state's largest police union, claiming they lied about him in a legal document when they accused him of breaking the law by creating a job for a former Austin police officer. That officer, Mike Sheffield, was fired by CLEAT and then accused of deleting files before returning his work-issued laptop. Well, CLEAT took this case to a Williamson County grand jury who did not indict Sheffield, but it was in paperwork filed by CLEAT for the grand jury where Chief Acevedo says his name was dragged through the mud.
That's an absolute lie.
The Austin police chief is fighting back against a statement he says questions his credibility.
I think at the end of the day, there might be accusing me of something that might even be criminal in nature. I have no choice but to correct the record and to demand that they do the same.
KXAN has obtained a letter sent by the chief to the executive director of CLEAT demanding that organization correct the record. The letter claims CLEAT attorney John Curtis made a false statement in a criminal complaint letter to the grand jury in the Mike Sheffield case when he said, quote, "The Austin chief of police created a position for Mr. Sheffield immediately after he left our employment, an allegation that, if true, would be against the law."
They lied where they said that this police chief created a position, which is an absolute lie. Those positions were already in existence.
Sheffield was hired by APD in November 2011 as a lead evidence control specialist to help the department transition from their old analog camera system to a new digital one. He was the only former APD officer to apply for 4 open positions approved by the City Council in April 2011. 4 months before Sheffield was fired from CLEAT.
If I have a choice between someone that has no law enforcement experience and one that has proven to be able to handle sensitive information and evidence in an honorable fashion, why wouldn't we hire them?
So why would the union's attorney, John Curtis, make a statement in a legal document that Acevedo says is not only false, but an outright lie? We wanted to find out. So we called Curtis, who said he had no comment about the allegations against the chief or if CLEAT plans to pursue a criminal case against him.
CLEAT represents all law enforcement, and I'm a member of CLEAT. When they start casting lies in a document and it's brought to their attention, I expect them to fix the problem. And if they don't, then I'm going to retain every right that I have, not only as a CLEAT member, but also as a member of this community.
Well, in the letter to CLEAT, Chief Acevedo is demanding they correct the legal record by November the 4th. If that is not done, he says he plans to file complaints with both the State Bar of Texas and the Williamson County District Attorney's Office.